I had gone to see a friend's piggery farm where some pressmen were also present at Sangye. So after the press conference was over, they came and they asked me about politics. And I was for quite some time thinking of, I had even put a post of trying to get all activists together to work concertedly to change the government in Goa when the next elections come. Because I have always felt that activists simply going on issues, fighting and retiring is not the correct attitude. It's better that they actively participate in the elections, participate in the selection of candidates, and get political parties to select the right and proper candidate. Now what is happening now, political parties give tickets to winnable candidates. What I am working at is to make parties winnable. If a party is there, the party must win on its own agenda. The moment you give tickets to the winnable candidates, they run away, as has happened with the Congress in the last 2 elections. So therefore, my purpose is to get all activists together. We know who are the activists. We also know the genuine from the frauds. So we can weed out the fraudulent fellows and then work out so that we have a strong group of workers, of activists in every constituency.
You will start the movement?
Not starting the movement. I've just given a call for activists to come together.
Okay.
Once they come together, they will work out what can be done, what cannot be done. I cannot now say that we will do this or that. Let the activists work out what is to be done. Essentially, my plan is to have a direct contest as far as possible for the election. Effective 1:1 contest. There may be more candidates, but generally elections end up as 1:1 contest, as happened in South Goa. RG was there. They were hardly in the reckoning. So we want to create a scenario where people will realize that it would be a 1:1 BJP versus whoever else the activists select.
डू यू आता तुका दिसता की एक्टिविस्ट जे आहा पळय तेनी पॉलिटिकल हितून इम्पॉर्टंट रोल प्ले करपाक जाय म्हणून तुमकां दिसता ज्या भशेन तुमी स्टेटमेंट
See what happens now. Captain Viriatu was an activist. He worked, people saw his work, and he got elected. So there are that way activists everywhere. So some of these activists could become candidates or may not be candidates, but they know people who are active, who may make good candidates, good ML. We can all use our power to see that political parties select proper candidates.
बट एक पॉलिटिशियनान म्हटलें एक सोजमोत हांव आय नो दॅट समवेर इलेक्शन येता मुगोच एडवोकेट राधाराव ग्रासियस रोल आसता. What made you to think, Baba, activists has a role to play in
Yes,
this?
No, activists have a role to play, there's no doubt at all. See, finally, activists are also politicians. They may not be members of political parties, but activism is politics. So my purpose is, we have seen that in the last 2 elections, the Congress has fielded candidates at the last moment. There are strong grounds to believe that many of the Congress tickets were sold.
Oh.
So therefore, our purpose is now to get the Congress to select and announce their candidates at least 6 months before elections.
But will Congress listen to you?
They may not listen.
Then what happens to your role?
See,
then? To activists which party ek mage the?
What we are planning to do is, we are planning to all get together and decide what is to be done. If, you see, in the last election, I supported the Congress. I played quite a small role, effective role, I must say, in getting captain elected. So I feel that there are people who listen to some senior men like us. So we will go to every constituency. We will organize the people and tell the people themselves to select a candidate. I will not be selecting a candidate.
Oh.
So my personal plan, which I hope to convince the activists, is to have groups in every constituency who will go to every village, motivate the people and tell them, get your party to select candidates 6 months before.
Well in advance.
Yes, then we may decide the activists may decide to field candidates. Very clear in my
Who if don't announce?
whichever big parties.
Yeah.
Suppose the party, whoever it is, I expect only Congress and BJP to win the fray. I am pretty sure the UP MLAs, both Cruz, Silva and Venzi will join the Congress. And Amit Palekar, He's just waiting to join the Congress. He's already in negotiations with the Congress, to my knowledge.
So you are sure that all three
They
of them will
the
join?
Congress. So AAP will be non-functional in Goa, to my way of looking. RG may be there. After all, RG is a political party and they have a right to be there. I do not see why we should ask them not to contest. They have an agenda. Let them contest.
आयज इतले इंट्रस्ट पॉलिटिक्सात 27 हा आमी ताच्या पयलीं ZP आसा म्युनिसिपालिटी आसा तो आतांच फुडें सरला कित्याक
No, no. Purian Solomon, according to me, we have to do it well in advance. Well in advance, prepare ourselves. And I am convinced that if we allow BJP another 5 years, Goa will be completely finished. The way things are going on. Absolutely. On every ministry there is corruption, dishonesty, and nothing is working. So we need to organize ourselves and give the people a choice. So if the Congress can fit in, you see, personally, I have no problem with Congress ideology, as I have with BJP's ideology. But I have always had problem with Congress leadership. And I have been proved right. All the Congress leaders whom I accuse of being dishonest, they all left the party after making a career there. And they are all with BJP now. You name them, they are there. Ali Sikera, Maureen Gooding, Luisin Falero backstepped Sonia Gandhi, went into TMC for the purpose of ticket. Almost all of them. Ravi Naik, Subhash Shirodkar, they all joined the Congress. Viswajit Rani, they all joined BJP. And all the time I was saying these people are there only for their personal gains. They'll go wherever it suits them. So the Congress does not know to choose its candidate. That is why I have come out to say, if you go on such this, we will oppose you. I am 100% sure. And we will go to every village and oppose the Congress.
Is Advocate Radharao ready to come back in politics?
No, I am not contesting. I made it clear. See, right now my health and age doesn't permit me. The people expect their MLAs to be very active all the time, 24 hours, which is not possible for me.
But you are active like this, no?
When I was in good health, people didn't elect me. So why should they elect me now when I am in my 70s? So I have no grievance there. And I am not interested in contesting. I am coming out because I am a natural activist from very young. Those who follow politics, activism in Goa will see I have been involved in every activity concerned with Goa. Now that physically it's difficult for me, I still can't run away from my responsibility. So for this reason, I do whatever limited things I can do. And that is why I have called this convention. Because most of these activists are otherwise in touch with me. I represent some of them. My office represents them. So I thought we could all meet together, put our heads together and work out how best to protect Goa's interest in the future.
Elections म्हणटकूच तुमगे आनी चर्चिलागे फ्रेंडशिप सदांच उगड आसता वो सगळें. So how do you see Churchill this time?
No, you have to remember one thing. You see, Churchill was UGDP. In 1998, Churchill merged his UGDP with the Congress. I refused to go with him. And you must, if you recall that I contested against Churchill in Benauli in 1998. Personally, I contested. So friendship or not, if Churchill doesn't agree with what I feel is right, I am not with him. I have contested against him. You check the records. I lost. I knew I would lose. But I contested because he left us and joined the Congress. So just because I am friends with Churchill doesn't mean that I approve everything that he does. I am one of the rare fellows who had the courage to contest against him.
No, but how do you see 2027 in Benauli?
I really have not paid attention to it in depth, every constituency. But I expect Venzi Vegas to be Congress candidate there. The way information I have, they are already negotiating with the Congress. They have already sat with the Congress leadership. They may deny it. It's politically right to deny. But both Cruz Silva and Venzi Vegas and
Palerkar,
they have been in touch with the Congress.
Overall, if you go to see South,
when
you talk about 2027, if you go to see Congress party also, or even then, South had been helpful stand for Congress. So how do you see that in Salsit?
See, what happens is, I see a lot of people feeling that BJP should go this time, should lose. And you must remember that in the last election, BJP did not get majority votes. They must have got about 35% vote. So they win by default. So this time the disaffection with the BJP is even more. So all that has to be done is to channelize it. That is why I'm here. My work is to channelize the disaffection.
No, but every now and then तुम्ही म्हणता बीजेपी पण जे काँग्रेसान येता ते बीजेपीन वयता सो हाव पीपल विल ट्रस्ट.
That is precisely why I am saying we have to select candidates by the people have to select. Suppose in Nuve now, we all gang up and we say X should be the candidate. We'll take care of X. We'll see how X leaves the party on which is contesting with our consent.
सो पण लास्ट टाइम द एफिडेविट देखून स्वान इन केले
No, I
गेले
have not. See, affidavit was Sony.
त्या फुड्यान देखून
And
गेले.
the moment these MPs, MLAs joined the BJP, the Congress had no workers. When the problem is Congress has no workers who resist it. That's my worry. All workers are paid fellows by the candidates. If you give me a ticket, I pay and hire workers.
So what confidence does people have then on a political party,
That is why-
where they have got somebody elected and to गेलो मागीर.
Pagalo, see, my very purpose of calling this is to try and thwart such a thing happening again, to prevent such a thing happening.
दोन फावट जाला न्हू.
I agree with that is why I am coming out. Otherwise, I was relaxing at home.
तुमकां दिसता लोकांचो कॉन्फिडन्स तुम्ही पोत्तो घेवंक
See,
शकता.
what I am trying to see, I have immense faith in everything generally. In court, if you get a case, I will go and argue it even if it's a weak case. It has always been so. So the fact that something has not happened in the past does not prevent me from trying it again. After all, people are completely disgusted with what's going on. And I would expect, given the right atmosphere, the people will see that this time there may be a real, genuine change. That is why I am out to convince the public, let us work something different this time.
No, but what,
If it doesn't happen, fine.
just out of the way, when you are trying so much, you want to do something for for a certain thing, the state or something. I सगळें केलें and सगळें जावन समोसा तो मनीस गेलो. What face do you have to
What can
answer
I
the
do?
people?
I mean, see, we all work to do something. But suppose in the end, even if we don't win, I'll take it as we have not won. If we win and our fellows still run away, I am quite sure that when we mobilize and work, these fellows will not that easily dare to run away. One. Number two, our purpose is to see that candidates are selected who have no skeletons in their cupboard. See what is happening now. This Congress gives winnable candidates. Winnable candidates are those who have made money through dubious means. If the ED comes after them, they will run after the BJP. That is why my very purpose is to get ordinary folks who do not have anything against them with the income tax or with the ED. Such people need not run away, no?
So finally, what would be your message to the people of the state?
No, my message is that look here, we are this time trying to get all those who are active. Like there is a problem in Boma, there was a problem at Porvozi in that temple, there's a problem at Velsound. There are problems everywhere. If all these workers, people, disaffected people come together and go around and explain to the general public, I think the public will expect. And once a party wins with a big majority, the BJP will not dare break them. The problem of breaking comes when you need a few MLAs.
Thank you.